What's up, guys? It's K-Tup here. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope you all had a very Merry Christmas to anyone who celebrates it. Today is a little bit of a weird video for me. It's not going to be any of the super edited content you guys are probably used to from me, but this is something that I think a lot of people, specifically Rocket League players, but this could also apply to a bunch of other games as well, need to hear. And this is an answer to a very, very important and very common question from a lot of people. So a ton of people are always asking, why am I hard stuck in insert rank? Why am I hard stuck in bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, champ, grand champ? Obviously it's hard to get hard stuck in Supersonic Legend because once you're there, you're there. But a lot of people can find themselves hard stuck in a rank because of a lot of issues, and there are, trust me, a lot of issues that go into getting hard stuck in a rank. And it's common that these issues, even when you are ranking up, you're probably still dealing with these issues. So this is something, I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm a diamond. I'm a diamond player. And I struggle with these things all the time. I'm not the best Rocket League player in the world. I'm not even going to try to say that I'm better than 50% of you guys that are watching this video, because I'm probably not. You guys would probably beat me in a 1v1. But I do know, and the reason I've gotten so far is because I have been mentally good enough to stay in the rank I'm in and progress past the rank I'm in, because I've learned to overcome a lot of obstacles. So the first, and I would say the most important issue as to why you are hard stuck in a rank is because you are inconsistent. Consistency is the big circled boldface word that is why you are hard stuck in a rank. If you are not a consistent player, you are not going to rank up. People look at Rocket League pros and say, I can do some of the mechanics they do. Sure, you can hit those 1 out of 20 times in free play. You might have hit 1 or 2 of them in a game. These guys could do it on command. You could tell them to do something, and they could probably do it with their eyes closed. They have programmed into their head this muscle memory, and I think there was somebody who gave a really nice quote about this at one point. I don't remember who it was, whose video it was, but if you know, then tell me. They said that the pros have gotten so good at these things that they're not thinking about what buttons they're pressing anymore. They are just telling their hands to do something, and their hands do it. They tell their hands, flip reset, and they hit a flip reset. It's that simple. So their consistency is unmatched. And I'm not saying you have to learn to consistently do every mechanic, but you need to consistently hit the ball. It doesn't matter. If you're trying to hit the ball, hit the ball. I don't care if you spin 100 times in the air, but hit the ball. That is the biggest thing that people will do. They will go for these fancy plays on a somewhat open net or in a one-on-one situation. And those are great and all if they can pull them off. It's a consistent way to score. But if you have an equal chance of scoring by taking the slightly uglier play but the more consistent play, then do it. The game is about scoring more goals than the opponent, not by doing the more fancy thing than the opponent. And that is why some people fail to rank up. I'm all for playing fancy, but if you find yourself stuck in a rank or even getting ranked down, simplify your game and start doing these simple things right. Number 2 kind of goes along with that, but overworking yourself is a big problem for a lot of Rocket League players. Rocket League players will play a couple games, they might win 1, they might lose 2, might lose 3, 4, 5, and they just keep playing. And I'm not even talking about just playing more games. Most players will quit after they lose a couple, 3 games in a row. And if they keep playing, then they might keep losing and get ranked down a little bit. But most of the time, this isn't going to be enough to send you out of a rank. What will be enough to send you out of a rank is that you are working yourself way too hard after those games. You're going into free play and doing all these training packs when you're just not playing well. When you're not playing well, you need to step away from the keyboard, from the controller, from whatever you're using. But you need to step away, because some people are just working themselves way too hard to try and learn these mechanics and thinking that that's going to get them to the next rank, when in reality they're only making their mechanical ability worse. It's something that I've learned from sports. When something's not going right for you and you've tried it 1,000,000 times, sometimes it's best to keep working on it, but if you've been going for hours and you just can't win a game, stop. Don't keep playing. There's no reason to keep playing. Even in a training pack, you're trying 100 times to hit a ceiling shot. Eventually, you'll feel it start to become mindless, but you're still not hitting them. That's where the issue is. When it becomes mindless, and you still can't do this mechanic, then you've programmed your muscle memory to do the mechanic wrong. So you have made yourself less consistent, and you've made yourself a worse player by overworking yourself. And I'm not saying don't do training packs. By all means, do training packs. But when you find it too hard to be engaged in those training packs and you're just doing them mindlessly, especially if you're trying to learn a new mechanic, stop, because that will slow you down so much. So that's definitely huge. That's an issue that I'm guilty of. Number 3 is focusing too much on your mechanics, and this kind of goes along with the last one. This is such a common issue, and I'm sure you've heard this from a million different people. I'm definitely not the first one that said this. But focusing too much on your mechanical ability is going to kill you. If you focus on learning to hit flip resets in gold, platinum, even diamond, you don't need to be able to hit flip resets. You just don't. Don't focus on that. It's going to tear you down, and you are going to make the other facets of your game worse by focusing on this thing, when you should be focusing on learning the more useful things, like rotations, and just being, once again, consistent, and hitting the ball consistently. Power shots, basic aerials, hitting the ball where you want to hit it every time, hitting the ball with a purpose instead of just mindlessly hitting it. These are all things that are mental parts of the game that you will lose out on if you are focusing too much on developing your mechanics. I'm not saying don't work on your mechanics. Again, I'm not saying don't do your training packs, don't do your free play. But when you find yourself unable to do these things, maybe work on some other things, like just hitting the ball where you want to hit it, some of the mental things I discussed earlier. So that's a thing that a lot of people get wrong, and I'm sure you've heard it time and time again. But the other side of the coin, probably not something you've heard as much, but some people take that don't focus on mechanics thing way too seriously, and they will try to become the perfect rotational player, the perfect consistency player. Now, this isn't quite a good thing either. If you are just teaching yourself how to be a solid player, which is by all means a good thing, but you don't take the time to learn the mechanics like wave dashes, fast aerials. This is a mistake I made. I tried to be that consistent player, not the flashy player, but I was trying too hard to be that consistent player, and I was not working on any of the flashing stuff. I was shunning the flashy stuff. So that's where the balance lies. You need to still work on those high-level mechanics while also working on your rotations. You shouldn't work on just one or the other, and you shouldn't shun the mechanical skills just because people say the best way to get to the next rank is to be consistent or to be a solid rotational or mental player. Another reason, and these last two, actually play a huge part in each other. The first one is blaming your teammates. Everybody says this, don't blame your teammates, but people do it anyway. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I will say sometimes my teammates suck, and when you're hard stuck in a rank, or in a lower rank than you were before, you will sometimes feel like your teammates suck, but that's just because they're not as mechanically skilled as the players at the higher rank were. These players are at that rank for a reason, and you are at that rank for a reason. Whether you just got demoted because you were playing bad, you're still at that rank because you lost enough games to get sent down to that rank. You can't rely on your skill alone to move you through the ranks. It's just not going to happen. And you can't rely on yourself alone either. Your teammates are such a huge part of winning games in doubles or threes. But 1v1, that's a different category. Don't worry about that if you're worried about ranking up in 1v1. But your teammates, you need to learn to work with them, especially if you're solo queuing. I would recommend finding a player to party with, but that's not always an easy thing to do. You will have to solo queue at some point in your life. You will have to learn to play with other people, and you need to learn to adapt to their playstyle rather than forcing them to adapt to you. This is another mistake that so many people make. They expect their teammates to adapt to them. It might work at the higher levels, but at the lower levels, there are people just like you that are hard stuck and in a lower rank than they think they deserve, but they're not willing to change. They blame it on their teammates, so they don't want to change their play style. They want you to play their playstyle instead. So that's why you just have to give in to do that. And if you learn to be a rotational and consistent player, then you will be perfectly fine with this. And you can use those mechanics that you have to provide your teammate what they need. If your teammate is a scorer and likes to push forward, maybe ball chases a little bit, learn to pass to them. Learn to execute passing plays. Learn to deceive a defender and draw them towards you, and then make a pass towards the middle. It's the same as any other sport. Different players play different ways, and you need to learn to accept that just because they don't play like you doesn't mean they suck. And just because they make a couple mistakes doesn't mean they suck. When you're in control of your own car, this is something else that I've noticed. When I'm playing a game, I feel so fast. I feel like I'm the fastest player on the field. I watch the game back, it looks like bronze gameplay. It looks so slow. You think you're way better than you are in the moment because you are only looking at your own car. You're not really seeing what other people are seeing. You're not seeing other people's perspective of you. You're just seeing yourself, and you're so close to your car, so you think you're going so fast. You might be a fast player, but you're probably not the fastest player in the world, especially if you're at Diamond, and your gameplay will not look as fast as you expect it to. That's something you just have to learn. If your teammates don't look that fast or don't look that good, that just is how it works. When you're looking at your own perspective, other people don't look as good as they actually are, but they're doing things behind the scenes that have gotten them to this rank, and you have to trust that they are going to play to the best of their ability. So the last thing, I kind of covered it already, is getting tilted. This just plays into all of these things, and tilt will kill a Rocket League player so quickly because it's such a frustrating game. You play so many games in a day. It's not like other games where typical matches take 20 or 30 minutes. In Rocket League, your games take, I think, 8 minutes on average, is the average length of a Rocket League game, when you account for all the stoppages and everything. That is not a lot of time. You can easily play 20 or 30 games in a single session of sitting down in front of your screen. And if you're winning them, great, by all means, keep playing, especially if you're enjoying yourself. But if you're not, that's the issue. This is a game. You're playing a game on a computer. You're not paying your taxes. You're not working for a salary unless you're a professional. Even then, it's a game. It's a privilege that you are able to play this game. You are so much luckier than so many people on this earth that will never even own a video game console, that will never even hold a controller, will never type on a keyboard. You are playing a game, and you are getting upset about it, and it's ruining your whole day. And on the macro scheme of things, this isn't good for your mental health. It's just not. You need to have other things that you are passionate about other than just playing Rocket League. And while you actually are playing Rocket League, if you're not having fun, don't play. Take a break, whether it's a day, a week, a month. If you have to take a year off the game, go for it. But if you don't have that passion to play, you are not going to rank up. You are going to continue to be hard stuck. It's just not going to happen. If you get tilted, that's fine. It happens to everybody. But turn the console off. Go spend some time with your family. Go find a friend to hang out with. Go have something to eat. Go exercise. Do something else. Because after all, it's just a game, and it's an awesome game. It's so fun. You can interact with so many people. It's such an enjoyable game. It's a genius concept. But when you kill your enjoyment for the game by getting upset that you are hard stuck in a rank, you're done. It's over. You're just not going to get that enjoyment back if you keep doing this over and over. And that's just the sad part about being a Rocket League player, is it's not always going to be easy, it's not always going to be fun, but take a break. You're supposed to be having fun. So that's about all I got. I know this kind of turned from a how to get unhard stuck into just how to be a better Rocket League player more than anything. I'm not going to tell you what mechanics you got to learn or any of that stuff. That will all come. You'll learn that stuff. But overall, everybody has the ability to get a little bit better every single day at Rocket League. And again, it's a video game. So keep enjoying it, keep having fun playing Rocket League, and you will see yourself ranking up very, very quickly. And you will get that childlike joy back into the game that you had the first time you played it. So I wish you guys all the best of luck in ranking up. I wish you guys all the best of luck in having fun playing a game and enjoying yourself like you used to. This has been K-Tup. I appreciate all you guys watching. I hope this helped you. I hope you can send this to somebody else that may be hard stuck at a rank or tilted. And I hope you all have a great afternoon. I love you all, and goodbye. So thank you guys all for watching. Real quick right here at the end of this video, I just want to plug my Twitch channel real quick. If you're watching this video, you should drop a follow, maybe even a sub if you got a little bit of pocket money burning a hole in your pocket, you know. But you should definitely drop some support on my Twitch channel. I stream public viewer tournaments on there all the time, and I would love to have you guys joining in on those and taking part in the stream and interacting with me, because after all, I care a lot about you guys, and I really enjoy playing with you, so it's a whole lot of fun for me. I hope you all have a great new year, great start to 2021, and I hope this video helped you in some way. So for now, I'll be signing off. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your day.